Part 3, Chapter 12 of Introduction to the Devout Life. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are available in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Introduction to the Devout Life by St. Francis de Sales. Recording by Kenita Hill, Williamsburg. Chapter 12. On Purity. Purity is the lily among virtues. By it, men approach to the angels. There is no beauty without purity, and human purity is chastity. We speak of the chaste as honest, and of the loss of purity as dishonor. Purity is an intact thing. Its converse is corruption. In a word, its special glory is in the spotless whiteness of soul and body. No unlawful pleasures are compatible with chastity. The pure heart is like the mother of pearl, which admits no drop of water, save that which comes from heaven. It is closed to every attraction, save such as are sanctified by holy matrimony. Close your heart to every questionable tenderness or delight. Guard against all that is unprofitable, though it may be lawful, and strive to avoid unduly fixing your heart even on that which in itself is right and good. Everyone has great need of this virtue. Those living in widowhood need a brave chastity, not only to forego present and future delights, but to resist the memories of the past, with which a happy married life naturally fills the imagination, softening and weakening the will. St. Augustine lauds the purity of his beloved Alypius, who had altogether forgotten and despised the carnal pleasures in which his youth was passed. While fruits are whole, you may store them up securely, some in straw, some in sand, or amid their own foliage. But once bruised, there is no means of preserving them, save with sugar or honey. Even so, the purity which has never been tampered with may well be preserved to the end. But when once that has ceased to exist, nothing can ensure its existence but the genuine devotion, which, as I have often said, is the very honey and sugar of the mind. The unmarried need a very simple, sensitive purity, which will drive away all over-curious thoughts, and teach them to despise all merely sensual satisfactions. The young are apt to imagine that of which they are ignorant to be wondrous sweet, and as the foolish moth hovers around a light, and persisting in coming too near, perishes in its own inquisitive folly, so they perish through their unwise approach to forbidden pleasures. And married people need a watchful purity whereby to keep God ever before them, and to seek all earthly happiness and delight through Him alone, ever remembering that He has sanctified the state of holy matrimony by making it the type of His own union with the Church. The Apostle says, "Follow peace with all men, and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord." 87. By which holiness he means purity. Of a truth, my daughter, without purity no one can ever see God. 88. Nor can any hope to dwell in his tabernacle, except he lead an uncorrupt life. 89. And our blessed Lord himself has promised the special blessing of beholding him to those who are pure in heart. End of Part 3, Chapter 12.